What's up, everyone? How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Come on in, come on in, have a seat, come on in. I won't be long today, guys, okay? Gotta cook some food. I think about frying some chicken legs in a little bit, some drumsticks. But how you guys doing on this beautiful Taco Tuesday? You know, I got to thinking today, guys. I know on this channel and on other channels as well, people talk about success, making it in life, getting a bag, which is all important things. Trust me, those are very important things in life. However, my question is when you receive all of those wonderful blessings and gifts that God provides for us, and you worked hard for it, and you got everything in life you want. The bottom line is, what's the most important things in your life? Because I'm going to tell you something. There's a lot of wealthy people, not only just wealthy and rich people, very successful people are very lonely. You got people out here that just making six figures, 150,000, 200,000, which is still a good proportional share, even though the economies went up a lot. It's still good money, 150, 200,000 a year, right? And a lot of them, people go home and they're lonely. There are some people regret being in the position that they are right now because they took a lot of sacrifice for them to get there. But you got to put your priorities in order. That's why a lot of men and ladies on the internet tell a lot of modern day women, okay, you're going after the bag. You don't need no man and all this other nonsense, right? And then when you get in your late 30s and early 40s, you decide that coming home alone in your nice Mercedes Benz or whatever car you choose, in your nice fancy house, condo, or whatever you decide to live in your cul-de-sac, right? You realize that you missed out on a lot in life. And what I'm trying to tell you guys and what I'm trying to explain to you guys is this. Had to shut off my phone. Success can be measured in many ways. It don't have to be just financial. I know that everybody talks about getting a bag. And listen, there's nothing wrong with having financial success. I think it's very important that, you have monies to take care of your bills, especially. There's nothing wrong with being established in life, right? But the question you have to ask yourself, and I have to ask myself on a daily basis as well, what is the most important things? Well, I know for me, the most important thing is my health and my kids. And there's no particular order in saying that. It's my health and my kids. And, everybody's always talking about these beautiful exotic cars, these nice sedans, and, of course, all the maintenance that goes with it, right? Because, my dad always said, if you can't afford the maintenance, you can't afford the vehicle. And that's true. But when you look at it as you get older in life, like myself, you realize that the basics, as long as you have, in my opinion, a decent car, that looks nice, looks presentable, and also represents you. It don't necessarily have to be these brand name cars. Just like with clothing, there's a lot of clothing that I've gotten more compliments on than these brand name clothing. Okay? And when you realize the most important thing is having a decent car to get you from A to B, and that's very reliable and it's clean and looks good, like a Mazda or a Volkswagen SUV, or just a basic nice car vehicle, you realize that life is really simple. But we put all this pressure on ourselves to have these multi-million dollar homes that we don't need. All these luxury cars we really don't need. And like I said, I grew up in the late 70s, early 80s as a little kid to a teenager. And when I tell you that things were just very simple and people were happy with the most basic things and basic entertainment. But nowadays, what's happening is that we have been overwhelmed with so much social media as people, no matter what race you are, right? That we become greedy. We've become a greedy society. And we got to live up to the Joneses. And for those who don't understand what the Joneses are people, he's got a Mercedes, he's got this powerful SUV, they got all of this land in a house, so I got to get this too. But why? Why are you competing? If you got an established house, and this is what my father taught me a long time ago, even if it's just a small house and it's decent, clean, it's paid for, kids are grown, just you and your wife or you by yourself, and you're just paying the taxes and your house is paid for and it's clean. The car is clean. Why put yourself in unnecessary debt? And you live in a very decent, nice neighborhood that you can actually I can actually just go out there and sleep outside without a care in the world. Why do you subject yourself to this pressure of having all this extra stuff? It's because social media has programmed us to think that way. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with having that. But if you're living up, if you making 75,000, 80,000 a year, right? And you living like you making 75,000 to 80,000 a year, then you got to ask yourself, what are your priorities in life? There was a time not too long ago when you made 75,000, 80,000 a year and you were doing okay. But you can't do that no more, guys. You got to prioritize your life and find out what's the main thing that's important to me. What does success look like to me? And this is actually part 2 from yesterday, right? And that's all you got to do. You got to do some self-reflection. And with that being said, guys, thank you very much for watching today's show. And if this is the channel for you, please consider subscribing to the channel, hitting that like button, and hitting that notification button. That way you know when new content is being presented to you. And also sharing with like-minded people like yourself. And remember, I'm not just Tim, but I'm Tim's On Demand. Tomorrow is another day. And every day is a better day above ground. And with that also being said, go ahead and let yourself out. Make sure you close that door too so no flies and critters won't come in. and I'll see you on the next one. But until then, have a good and blessed day. Thank you.